Zero, I have a question for you.
All right.
So, it's the 25th anniversary of Fallout, and in celebration, Bethesda announced that they are doing a 4K PS5, Xbox Series X, PC patch of Fallout 4 that's coming next year absolutely free. This is great news, considering that, and I'm guessing the only reason they did it this way is because Microsoft is bankrolling them. Well, they own them, but they're giving them the money to do so, because any other time, they probably would have re-released this game next year and had you buy the whole game all over again for $70 on the consoles and on PC to get those nice features. So that's good. I like that. They also announced today that there was a first look on the Fallout Amazon Prime TV series. So the IP is doing a lot of work for Microsoft and Bethesda. But what we haven't heard anything about are new games coming from Bethesda when it comes to the Fallout series. Now, of course, they have Fallout 76 that is still running and I think is kind of popular. I think there's a good amount of people who still play it. And
the Fallout 76 recently got a new, I guess you can call it an expansion called The Pit, which is based out in the Pit area. So I know that's been sort of kind of giving it a shot in the arm.
Yeah. Right. So they are updating it, and if they're updating it, that probably means they're making money off of it. So that's good in that sense. And there's Fallout Shelter, the iOS Android game, and I think it's on Xbox as well. That's free to play. That I know I used to play when it came out. I don't want any more. But anyway, so there are games that they have, but they're not announcing new games as of right now. Zero, my question to you is, what should be the next thing that Fallout does to propel the series forward into the future?
I'm going to start off with a joke.
Okay, got it.
Fallout 76, 9th gen version, 4K graphics, 4 times the detail.
Look at those T-poses. It's so realistic.
And for anyone who doesn't get the reference, it's from Tom Howard's announcement of Fallout 76 when it was teased before it came out that Fallout 76 would have 4 times the detail and 4 times the map size of Fallout 4.
Yeah. Oh, God, that was a silly announcement.
But as far as the honest answer, I'm not really deep in the Fallout lore, so I'll fess up to that much.
Okay.
But yeah, just honestly, I don't really know if they have any plans on where to go with just the Fallout IP, because I mean, just 76 seems to be trickling money in. I mean, it's no massive sales success, mind you, but it seems to be doing somewhat stable ever since they did a lot of fixing and patching up of things that upset a lot of players initially, even though stuff like Fallout First is just absolutely just a kick in the teeth.
Yeah.
Especially holding off private lobby games to a subscription feature, just kind of hurts.
Yeah. We talked about this a little bit yesterday on the Discord. I think, well, right now, what we're looking at for a new Fallout game, the earliest is probably 2028, 2029, because Bethesda is still doing Starfield. After that, they announced that after Starfield, they're going to do pre-development and development for Elder Scrolls 6. So that's next, and that's going to take a few years. So there's that. I would venture to guess that Fallout 5 will be the next one, but that would be, again, 2028, 2029 at the earliest. My thought is that they should just hire somebody, give them the engine to Fallout, and have them remake 1 and 2. Just find somebody who can work that engine, and just from the ground up do Fallout 1. Because there are so many people who are fans of 3 and 4 who've never touched 1 and 2. And I think are curious about it and want to experience that game, but can't because it's on PC and it's too old. And even if they could, they don't really like strategy games, so they're probably not that interested in it. So I think my hope, my dream would be remake Fallout 1 and 2 in that engine. Now, maybe the smart sales thing is to have somebody remaster Fallout New Vegas to where it actually runs well, because that has a cult following and it's got enough love that I think people would actually jump to buy it. But I think a remake of 1 and 2 would probably be the option I would go for.
Yeah, a Fallout 1 and 2 remake done in the, I forget what the engine's called. I think it's
Gamebryo.
the Creation Engine. Yeah, Gamebryo was the base, but then it evolved into the Creation Engine because of all the in-house shenanigans that Bethesda did to the engine to make it their own. So I believe it's the Creation Engine now. So
Okay.
yeah, just if they were to basically just have like maybe a contracted studio just do like a Creation Engine first person / third person version of Fallout 1 and 2, that could be interesting. A Fallout 3 and New Vegas remaster collection wouldn't be a bad thought either, especially if you bundle both games and get them running for Windows, Xbox, and PS5, and have it running in 4K with ray tracing and all that fun stuff. And potentially maybe price it at $70, because that's where everything in the video game industry seems to be going to.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a thought.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think diving into their past right now and just hiring another team to do that while they're still developing those other two games would probably be the best thing for them. I think leaving this franchise dormant is kind of a bad idea, even though Fallout 76 is still around and kicking. 76 still has the stigma of being a bad game, especially with how it launched. So they would really need to get a new game out there that people will play and people might enjoy. So I would say, yeah, I really think hiring somebody else to do a remake of that would probably be their best. I think would be a very good option at that point. Or, remaster 3. That could do it. That could do it too. Or New Vegas. That could do very well. And technically you don't need to bundle them together. I think people will be pretty happy to purchase them separately for $70 each if the graphics and the improvements are very good. So I don't see a lot of people having a problem with that specifically. But yeah, that would be the option I have. I know a new game is just not happening until way in the future. But yeah, contracting another studio to do a remaster or remake, I think, is your best option. Thank you for listening to this podcast segment. The Capital Games podcast is done every week, and we post it on all your favorite podcast apps, as well as segments on YouTube. If you want to listen to another segment, you can listen to a new one right there on the screen. We also do a movie podcast called the Capital Games Movie Club. If you'd like, you can go ahead and click on that and see all the movies that we have reviewed from that point. Thank you for listening, and we hope to hear from you soon.